Today we're talking about a young woman, a young upstart who fell in love with a man as a young girl who tried to prostitute her. She said no, and she stabbed him in his eyeball with a fork, baby.
Yes.
Today on the sit down, it's Stephanie St Clair Day. Welcome. And thanks for being here, everybody.
I hate you.
Why?
That's just funny. I don't.
Oh, the song? Do you think it's too on the nose?
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to pick a different song every week. And anyway, our guest today is Joyelle Johnson.
Welcome to the show.
Matt Anderson's here with his dopey head and his soft brain. Matt, have you ever had your brain tested for to see if it's like softer than normal?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Well, happy Black History Month, everybody. We finally,
Yes,
we finally
he
got
said
one
it.
on the show.
Is that got?
We
Am I
finally got
the
it.
one?
Jeez,
What?
Mike.
Am I the one?
We finally, yeah.
You've never had a black person on this show?
Well, we're a pretty new show. We're only 60 episodes in.
16 episodes in.
We're 65 episodes in. It's just hard to book people because once you guys get good, you're unavailable. You'll go to LA and
so you get me before I get good.
before you get too
Wow.
big, yeah.
Backtrack,
I
Mike.
gotta apologize.
like that.
No, I'm not backtracking. I'm on a cleanse this week. Deb's got me on a vegetable
What
cleanse.
type of? Oh, just all veggies?
Yeah, vegetables and fruits and avocado. It's like a
Oh.
gallbladder cleanse.
What's your poop look like? Is it green?
Ooh.
I haven't shit in a couple days.
Oh.
Yeah. So
But you
I'm,
just started, right?
Yeah. It's
You were
a
unclear
2-day
about
cleanse. I'm real out of it though. But anyway, we got a great.
You're not having any pasta?
No,
Yeah, he's super irritable.
That seems hard for you.
I've been in a real bad mood all
Yeah.
day, and also like I was, yesterday I was gonna make a minestrone, a vegan minestrone, and she's like, "No, I want you to do this cleanse with me. Here's the list of the stuff we can eat," and it's like only vegetables, tomatoes, and olive oil.
Yeah.
So I made a soup with like spinach and cabbage, but there's no substance to anything. So
that
I'm ready
sounds
to.
delicious.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I would like some of that.
I don't know
would eat
why I
some
let
of that
this bitch
soup.
run my life. You know.
That's what you get.
Yeah,
You pussy
exactly.
whip.
Well, it's hard to say no to somebody that you care about. You know, you want to make them happy. I don't see her that much. I'm on the road a lot, so it's like when I'm around her, I'm like, all right, whatever you say.
Soup.
Yeah. We got into a fight the other day because actually maybe people are wondering this is what the fight was about. We have 3 bedrooms in our apartment, and it's her. She's got a lot of stuff for her job. And I basically just said, I don't think I should have to pay for this other room when I'm not using it. Now, I'm not actually going to make her pay for a whole room. But I was like, can you just argue? Like, you can't really argue that point. You can't really. How are you going to ask me to pay for something that I don't use?
I mean,
I'm still going to pay for it, but just tell me why I should. Other than the fact that I'm
Prove
your
it.
boyfriend and I have to. Yeah.
sometimes that's the only answer.
Yeah. It's tough being a guy.
Poor baby.
Deb's a strong woman for putting up with you.
I can't. I don't know how she.
I'm not that bad. I'm just a perfectionist, you guys. I demand a lot.
What
of
are
the
you
people around me.
perfecting?
I demand a lot of the people
Exactly.
around me.
You should perfect your
Anyway.
apartment.
What?
You could like redo your house like IKEA style. Use all of the space. You know.
A lot of my furniture is IKEA.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make good stuff. Matt, how's your Black History Month going?
It's pretty good so far. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Black Panther yet, but
Good.
I will have.
Yeah.
By the 28th when this
We're
We're
episode
not
is
allowed to
coming
see
out.
Black Panther. Yeah, you can see it now because it's Wednesday. It's now Wednesday, and we're
Also, for those that
Allowed
did
to.
go opening weekend, we're talking about white people.
Yeah.
Just be quiet in the theater and just wear a regular outfit.
yeah,
and
because
come.
that's a real problem, huh?
Yeah, I mean, right.
All right.
Did you hear
Hack
about the
joke.
2 kids
Hack
that stacked themselves on a trench coat to try and get into the?
I saw that.
They
and that
did?
was hilarious.
Yeah, it
yes.
was so good.
Two
White
white
kids
boys.
are
Yeah.
yeah.
It was like literally like a cartoon. It's so funny. I'll show you
That's
later.
so. There's something really funny about like disguises when someone buys it. That's like still the funniest shit ever. Yeah. Well, we got a great story for you today. We got a lady who she fought the law, she fought racism, she fought the mafia, she fought sexism, she fought I don't know what else.
French
She fought
rapists.
white people.
She fought French rapists.
That's right.
Oh, you didn't. I don't. That wasn't in the documentary, but yeah, she came from. Well, yeah, she fights. I guess everybody.
She fight anybody that was trying to fuck with her.
Joyelle hates
Yeah.
Whitey.
All black people do.
Yeah, Joyelle and I have had some good conversations over the years about race.
agree.
She's really opened my eyes to a bunch of stuff.
I could only imagine what you were like 7 years ago.
Why?
What do you mean?
You
why?
think he was more or less of whatever this is right now?
I know he was more of it.
I just read the new Jim Crow recently.
Oh, good for you.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I read like half of it and I stopped.
Did you get
But
the
no, I read
gist?
most of it. I
As
got,
long as you got a gist.
yeah, the gist is that the world is very bad for black people, and it always has been.
Yeah.
Right?
And specifically America.
In America?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
about
then why
pris-
don't?
the
Well, maybe there's
prisoners.
another country you can go to.
Jesus Christ.
Another continent, perhaps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever think about going back to Africa, Joyelle?
I think about moving to Italy. Often.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I would
Nice.
love that. And I
Have you
hear
been?
that.
Have you been?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
I can't
okay.
wait to go. I actually wanted to go this year for my birthday, which is in September.
Nice.
And I hear
I
that
got
the
some
men over
family
there
over
love
there.
me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ooh,
I've heard.
I would imagine.
city of love.
Yeah. Go to Roma or some shit.
Yeah. Well, so here's what's kind of funny about this person. We're talking about Stephanie St Clair today. She started off in very humble beginning. She worked as a maid for a wealthy family in France, where she was repeatedly raped by the son.
By the rich
This
son.
is the white male guilt episode, I guess.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to
Imagine-
fuel me.
I'm not French though, so
My Black History Month is going
Yeah.
great, you guys.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
German. I'm a quarter German, so I'm okay.
Oh,
I feel
well,
okay.
Jesus.
Yeah, you're right.
You're terrible for a different reason.
I feel like France is the most. That would be the last nationality I want to be raped by.
A French
And I also
person?
feel like, yeah, when people make fun of the French, they always go after the baguettes and the like surrendering, but they never focus on the racism because it's a very a very racist country.
Well, here's the difference, though, is that during the Harlem Renaissance and things like that,
Mhm.
Black people were going there to perform because there was less racism than there was in America. Josephine Baker was one of those people.
Oh,
who
okay.
She was completely accepted in France. They
Oh,
loved
yeah.
her over there. And then she would come back here and get treated like shit. Like,
Hmm.
you know, they'd have to go in the back door places. The Cotton Club, for example, was a place that they could not patronize, but they could perform.
Hmm.
So France, ironically, was not racist in that respect.
Right, but they don't really like refugees.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Muslims. Oh yeah, I'm sure they hate Muslims.
That's what Iman was telling me. She was like, they're just openly racist, like right to your face. And Charlie Hebdo too. We're certainly glad those guys are dead.
Well,
Yes.
I was gonna say a lot of performers moved to Louisiana. You know, Baton Rouge is.
I do not support Charlie Hebdo because they're fucking racist.
Go ahead.
That was my take on that. That was my take on that shooting.
You're a hipster white girl.
These fucking, yeah, like honestly, if you want to draw a racist cartoon, you should be blown away in your office. I don't know. Charlie Hebdo was a funny thing though, because it's not like those cartoons were very good. Did people buy those magazines?
That's exactly Chappelle's. That was Chappelle's take
Oh,
on
it
it.
was?
He was like, the cartoons weren't good.
Oh wow. Was that in one of his specials? Or
No,
was it?
he just
Okay,
said that
he
to
just
me
said
once.
it,
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, they weren't. I mean, I've been doing comedy a while. They weren't. They weren't really funny.
Yeah.
It was just like a Muslim guy with like showing his ass. And actually, so like, I was talking to Ismail about drawing the prophet. You know why you can't draw the prophet Muhammad? Because
No.
once you show the guy, then it becomes like the guy is bigger than the God. So that's why they don't want their God being associated with any image of a man. So yeah, that's why they blew up that.
jeez.
Anyway, no, but yeah, it's very. I don't know. It's those cartoons are very juvenile. So also, where were we?
racism in France. So
she
the
gets
racism-
raped by the French son.
by the French. We were back to rape.
Camille, she got raped by Pepe Le Pew a lot.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah.
that is what created her being such a badass for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My roommate's now climbing on the
No,
couch.
I feel
to
weird
get
that she's
past
here
us.
and we're doing a rape podcast.
She's okay. She's a dominatrix. She's fine.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect. So yeah, she works as a maid. She saves up enough money to come to America, and she comes to America. She never actually reveals exactly where she's from or when she got here, and she never revealed her age. However,
True thug.
yeah, dude, this is like one of the best stories that I think I've ever seen. It's very it's compelling. It's very clear cut who you're rooting for.
Right.
And another thing I noticed is like everyone in the documentary, like you guys, can I say that?
You people.
People
I
of
would
color.
prefer you say.
you blacks really fucking you.
He's giving me Trump fingers right now, everybody.
I gotta tell you something. You people, to your credit,
What is it, Moolies?
Moulignons, yeah. Yeah, you know what a Moulignon is?
No.
You don't?
No.
Oh, it's a slur.
Should I?
Well, I would never
Should
call
I?
her a Moulignon, but it's a slur for African Americans.
Who made it up?
It means eggplant.
Oh, so Italians
what it
made it
is?
up?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah. Well, now you know.
Adorable.
Cooks made it up? Who made it up?
Cooks.
Well, I guess we just figured that because remember in True Romance, he's like, you people are part eggplant.
Oh, okay.
So-
Okay. Yeah, it had to be Italian.
We're very creative with our slurs. We're like, they're dog, like eggplants.
Everything relates to food somehow.
Yeah. I've always said it's a shame that Italians and blacks there's that tension there. I don't know if it's tension. I think that,
Well deserved.
we're just shitty and we think we're better than everybody. But why don't we get along? Because it's a lot of the same, cultural stuff. It's a lot of
Well,
Cadillacs.
didn't
it's a lot of-
everybody hate you guys when you came over?
Yeah.
And so everybody wants to be above somebody.
Above somebody, yeah.
So that's an easy explanation for that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Who are you above?
Exactly.
You look down.
Fucking
Joyelle, who do you look down on? You're a black woman.
Carrot top, maybe. I don't
Did you ever
know.
walk by
Redheads.
somebody in a the churro lady?
Just
She just knocks over a woman's churros. That's
Yeah,
right,
black
bitch.
female.
You stay
I'm
in your
not.
fucking lane.
I'm not above anybody.
Yeah.
Especially not in America.
What's the weird thing with black women nowadays, where people are like, "Oh, thank you, black women."
Oh, because
Thank you
we're voting the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. We're
Yeah.
voting in white people's interests, not even just our own interests. We're voting in
Right.
white people's interests.
Because you don't give a fuck about. Well, I don't know. If you were, do you think you would have voted for Doug Jones if you lived in Alabama?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
That was the non-rapist.
The
The non-rapist,
non-child.
yeah. The non-child rapist.
It just seems like an easy call.
And the weird part, I think it was Chloe that tweeted, she's like, black women cared more about little white babies than white women,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because white women elected Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Women,
Yeah.
we outnumber you guys.
And those are church-going people down
women
there.
women outnumber men.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Wait, but also before she left for America, it was part of the catalyst was her ill mother had just died in France. So,
okay.
that
Oh, so she's packing all
Yeah.
of the
There's no-
resentment and just anger is just packing in her body at
Yeah.
this point,
Yeah.
breeding a monster.
Yeah. But what I also noticed is like everyone in this documentary that we watched, like they really like rally. No one has any negative things to say about
They're
her.
all smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're all like, because she's like a hero. And I mean, I'm sure she might have done some stuff that was fucked up, but it seems like everybody was sort of working against her. Like with the Italian mob, there's a lot of gray area where they're all kind of like pieces of shit. But this was a very, I guess like it seems like people of color really rally around their criminals.
Well,
Not-
the criminals usually give back. I don't know how
The
is that
Robin
with
Hood.
the,
Yeah.
is it
Or
the
I'm
same with
sure.
the Italian mob?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, you guys like openly give back to the community, like cutting ribbons and shit at places.
They do, but I don't think
Those people tend to last longer. You know, like Pablo Escobar.
Yeah, Pablo Escobar
always
was big
gave-
on that because he always had the loyalty of the people around him, and
Right.
that was kind of the thing where like it was hard to challenge her at some point because she had the support of
everybody,
she
yeah.
had
Yeah.
everybody behind her. Yeah,
The
that's what you
village.
do. You go to the poor people, you buy their loyalty.
Hello, Pablo Escobar would just stand on the street corner and throw money at people.
Yeah,
I'd love him too.
right, right. That's a great thing to do. You just give poor people like $100 or something, and they're like,
And a turkey.
There's too many
and a
people
turkey.
now.
God,
How
that's
do you-
my what?
I was gonna say there's too many people now though. Like, how do you give out? Like before, I'm sure it was
Yeah.
like a lot less people, a lot less money.
Yeah.
Now it's like millions of people. Everybody would get like $5 and be like, "This doesn't do me any good."
Yeah, right. And then all the technology too. It's harder to be to have a criminal empire because they'll find you.
Yeah. Well, that's the secret, that they know what we are all doing at all times. So
Yeah.
do what you do.
So she comes to America, and luckily in America, everything was better than it was in France.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, no more of that horrible. So she comes to America. She falls in love with a guy named Duke when she's 22. Duke tries to prostitute her, and she says no, and she stabs him in his eye with a fork.
Oh, she's my favorite person.
Yeah,
I think she's mine too.
it's fucking bad. And she also had to learn English because she came over, but she had that long boat ride to learn it.
Oh yeah. She spoke 3
Wow.
languages,
Yeah, I felt like that might
like
have been.
Melania,
That's right.
like
Melania.
like brain genius Melania Trump, who's a brilliant lady.
I feel like they might have been like. Do you think her accent was close in the documentary? I felt like that might have been just like a dramatic,
That seemed more like a
like a
Haitian type of accent.
stereotypical. Let's give her an accent.
Yeah,
I don't know
right.
what the French accent sounded like back then.
But yeah, sorry to sidetrack.
That's okay. Well, anyway, she gets on a bus and she tries to leave New York. And on the way, the bus is stopped by the Klan, and they take a lot of the this country, huh? I mean,
Just batting 1,000
Absolutely.
at all times. Y'all are OD.
this fucking country.
Oh,
Oh boy.
This is the white couple.
Men and white people.
Yeah.
What?
Men and white people are terrible.
Yeah, I mean, we invented some stuff. Anyway, so she, the KKK stops the bus. They murder a bunch of people on
Soldier
board.
on, Mike. Soldier on. You got this.
Hey, my family was in Italy, hanging other people of color. We were hanging
Moors?
Tunisians. So anyway, oh boy. So I really feel bad for all this stuff, all the Jersey racism that was like drilled into my head, from the time I was a kid. It took me a while to unlearn it.
Oh, I would love to hear more about that.
Just certain. I mean, we'll talk about this throughout the episode, but certain stereotypes that got kind of like in my head, and
What's one of them?
you don't. Black people are loud. Black people don't save their money. Which, like, we talked about that before.
Yeah.
Why you guys don't save your money? I'm like, why don't you guys save your money? And you're like, because we could be dead tomorrow.
Yeah, we're
so
all going to
brilliant.
die tomorrow.
Yeah.
So who gives a fuck about the savings?
Right.
Also, it's like, what's the point of saving money when you're not making that much of it? You don't think in those terms. Like,
Not at
yeah.
all.
good.
You're
Oh,
like,
good,
I
can
want to
s-
have short-term pleasure. I
Yeah.
want nice shoes. I want to look nice, and I want to,
Right.
be happy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, good, I could put $5 in the bank for the future.
Because that might
Oh,
not
I'm
be
thinking
there.
about my future. Yeah. But and the only reason you're loud is because life is a lot of pressure,
Jesus Christ.
right?
Yeah, but I would also say it's like that aspect of that we don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't give a fuck translates into also I'll be as loud as I want right now.
So
'Cause-
which
Yeah,
ones
yeah.
did you unlearn, Mike?
Well, there was an episode of Opie and Anthony one time where a guy was like, Patrice, why do black people take so long to cross the street? And he's like, to say fuck you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Miss that guy.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah. So,
The
so the
KKK.
bus. All right. So here's
Yeah.
the KKK.
Finish
They
it
take
up.
the bus. They They hang some of the people. They
Where
burn some of them
was
alive.
this?
was
The bus
somewhere-
got pretty far.
It was in it was in Newark, New Jersey. No, I'm just kidding. No,
We don't really know.
Yeah, we don't know how far the bus got.
okay.
We're hoping it was like
Below the Mason-Dixon line, at least.
Right.
Yeah. It was where we hope it was where there's Waffle Houses instead of IHOP. But yeah.
So they just hang a couple people for sport.
They just hang a couple people
was
for
a Tuesday.
sport. It was a Tuesday. Yeah, and then they raped her a bunch.
Yes.
So more rape for Stephanie St Clair. This story has a happy ending though.
It did, out of all the stories we've done so far, she does one of the best.
Yeah, stay with us, everybody. So then I think eventually she comes back to New York. She lives in Harlem. That's the time of the Harlem Renaissance. There's a lot of art and intellectual exchange. This was when Marcus Garvey and W.E.B. Du Bois.
If you
Du
do
Bois.
not say that
Du Bois.
like that, Du Bois.
All right.
Du Bois.
Sorry. Marcus Garvey and
Those New Orleans type spellings are so
Du
hard.
Bois,
though.
right?
Du Bois.
It's not Dubois.
It is not Dubois. Only white people say that.
All right. Point taken. Who's your favorite activist?
Oh, like of all time?
Yeah. Who's your favorite black intellectual?
Go fuck yourself.
Hilarious.
The guy who was on the Barack Obama My Guest Tonight. I forget his John Lewis. He walked across the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Mike. Who's your favorite?
It took you a while though to think
Shut
of that.
up.
Who's your favorite, Mike?
I don't know. Anyway.
Angela Davis. I'd say Angela Davis.
Oh, okay. I told Che that I live on Marcus Garvey Boulevard, and he was like, "Is that your favorite black guy?" Because he did the Go Back to Africa movement. He was like, "You probably did your Black History Month report on him." I'm like, Marcus Garvey was a great man with spectacular ideas. Anyway, but Harlem at the time was home to the Cotton Club, Duke Ellington, and there was a lot of people of color performing, but they weren't allowed to go in as patrons. Wow. No good. Then another thing that was really popular in Harlem at the time was people playing the numbers, the lottery. A thing where you pick a number between 1 and 1,000, you give it to a numbers runner, and then they draw a number. So you had 1 in 1,000 odds of winning, but it paid 600 to 1. So that was good news if you won. And then I guess she kept 400. But yeah, they say she was very feisty. She so she saved up like $10,000. I guess she goes back to Harlem at some point. She saves up like $10,000.
Yep. She gets a new boy. So like, here's how she makes all this money. Cause like she just got back. So she's got this new boyfriend, whose name is Ed, and they sell drugs together. You know,
she's Bonnie. I love it.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome. And
did you ever see that video? It's a video called Shit Asian Moms Say. And it's just a montage of like the Asian moms say. It's
like a cracked article.
Yeah, no, it's like a video, like a shit girlfriend say kind of like montage. But one of the things she says is she points to a poster of Lil Wayne and she's like, "Why you like the black guy?"
Jesus.
Because you guys are like arch enemies, right?
Black people and Asian?
Yeah.
No, I think it's just white people. Why are black people and Asians arch enemies?
I heard that you don't like each other.
Oh, they probably don't like us, but everybody don't like us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't have a problem with Asians. She's Asian.
Mm.
My roommate's Asian.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Hey,
I can't believe you just
Get in
went
here.
for.
Well, it's
So funny.
Anyway.
Yeah, so they make like $30,000 just over a few months because it's like such a good hustle. So this guy tries to strangle her, right? Because she wants to. Yeah, her new boyfriend Ed.
Mm.
So this.
What's harder, being black or being a woman?
Oh, I just had this conversation recently. Woman edges out blackness by a hair.
Okay.
Because women are second-class citizens of the world.
Of the world, right?
Yeah. So, but blackness in America is right underneath.
Yeah.
But woman just edges it out because the premise is like when I'm walking home from the subway at night and I'm scared, that's not my blackness. That's my femininity.
That's your femininity.
Yeah.
I feel like if there's ever a race war, it'll be like blacks and Latinos against whites, Asians, and Indians.
Yeah.
Although
Some of the
Indians might defect because all Indians want to be black.
Well, now.
Yeah.
But a couple of years ago, like 10 years ago, they would have gone on y'all's side.
Why does every Indian comic try to co-opt the black experience?
Do they?
So many Indian comics are like, yo, what's up, y'all? I'm motherfucking y'all motherfucking white people be crazy.
Everybody wants to be like a black person. We're cool.
Yeah.
I'm feeling double guilt because I just watched that
Why?
Netflix Gloria Aldred special.
Ooh.
Did you see it?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my God.
Is she bashing men left and right?
It's all about suffrage. And, the funniest part of it, she does the Pride Parade and they all dress up like her in drag. It's so funny. But like, she's like been the butt of so many jokes. But then I watched that documentary and I felt so bad because of where she came from and like how bad women have had it for so long. So.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to watch that.
Well,
Yeah.
it's hard for us too if you ever want like a writing job or something.
And you didn't go to Harvard.
Yeah.
Poor
Yeah,
baby.
exactly.
Poor
aren't
baby.
rich.
Yeah.
You're
I
not
know.
paying for your phone.
Well, it's tough because I'm like a talent. I'm like not white enough to be accepted into their, circle. So
You're
I
not
can't
a
really.
Jew?
Yeah, and I can't really put sentences together too well. I'm like exterior of the house. Anyway,
All right,
she's
so this-
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, so this guy, she tells him that she wants to start her own business. So he tries to strangle her, but she's able to shove him away and kill him.
wait,
He,
for saying she wanted to start a business?
yeah.
I'm sure some other
Are
things
we
happened.
bumming you out? Do you want to talk about something else?
Oh, no, I'm so happy right now.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
So she starts running
Yeah.
numbers. She has a policy
This guy
bank. Now, in 1928, there was another guy
Wait,
who.
whoa. He strangled her?
Yeah, he strangled her, and in self-defense, she shoves him away, kills him because he hits his head on a table. This is like the first time she killed somebody.
Yes.
Like, she got the other guy in the eye,
Ah.
but now it's like, with what she's seen with the KKK, it's like, fuck this.
I love her.
She's like a
so
strong...
much.
Yeah. She's pretty cool.
Okay, so she kills that motherfucker. Now,
Yeah. And then now she's going to start her own numbers game like Mike's.
so she's probably what, like late 20s at this point? Or
Well,
mid 20s?
We don't know. Yeah, because she never really revealed her age.
Yeah.
She pretty much she kept it pretty close to the vest.
1917.
That's dope.
Yeah, she's probably in just turning 29, 30 at this point.
Jeez. Okay.
Ish.
Dope. So
Like, we can't be certain.
now we're in like act 2.
Yeah.
Act 3 of the story or something.
Yeah, exactly.
So now she starts
This
her numbers
should
game.
be a movie, by the way.
Oh, I'm
'Cause,
writing
like,
this immediately.
Like they've already kind of done a movie, Hoodlum, with Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
But
Is that
it's-
about Bumpy?
Yeah, it's about it's like 3 men, and she's a minor character, but she should be the main character, I think.
So I'll watch Hoodlum and then see what I can do.
Yeah.
Another thing that my grandmother would say is that
I
You
love
know, like-
these asides. Yes.
well, she would say that maybe I shouldn't say my grandmother specifically. Somebody in
would
my
she
family.
call us niggers?
No. My dad's let it fly one time. I remember.
Was it like road rage or
Yeah,
something?
he was mad. Yeah.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, but then so she would be like, "Well, if they don't like it here, why don't they go?" People have this idea of Africa that it's like just some hellhole.
Yeah, which is a problem
Yeah.
because it's not. But that doesn't mean I want to go back there. I
And it's
live
on-
here now.
You live, yeah. This is your, and it's only a hellhole because Whitey made it that way, right?
Yeah, he colonized it, stripped it of all its resources, and left. Raped it.
Yeah,
Raped
Yeah.
it.
right.
Filthy
Raped it.
French.
Stuck his dirty French dick right in
and
the
British.
yeah.
Not
Yeah.
either one of those, thank God.
You think white people have an evil gene?
With money.
Yeah.
Who knows? Anyway, so in 1928, another policy bank holder gets abducted and ransomed for $50,000, and he's able to pay his name was Casper Holstein, and he's able to pay the ransom. So this story makes the New York Times, and people start wondering, well, where are these people of color getting all this money from? And it also got the attention of another gangster named Dutch Schultz. Dutch Schultz was a Dutch gangster who operated in the Bronx, but he wanted a piece of that numbers racket. Does that happen? White people come in and they
Take things from colored people. I've never heard of it such. Dude, tell me more.
Well, he felt that he deserved to be in charge of the numbers racket, and that's America. That's what we're founded on, right?
Oh, for sure.
Capitalism, and competition,
and murder.
May the best man win. Anyway,
the most evil man.
Yeah, right.
So he moves it on her.
Good thing we don't do it anymore, huh? Going to places we don't belong and try to take over. Good thing we learned our lesson.
Yes.
So he wants in. She fights back. The thing with Dutch Schultz is he had very deep pockets. So he was able to pressure his connections in law enforcement. Because for years the police left the Harlem bankers alone because they paid. This is how they make everything sound cool. They paid ICE to the cops.
Phenomenal part of the story for me, because the fact that they just kind of let them chill for a while. Yeah. That's amazing. I was like, is that an apology for racism? Is that an apology for slavery? That's
you pay
crazy.
ICE so that we're cool.
Yeah. That's amazing to me that they let that fly.
Yeah, but then
how if they got involved, it's like that's such their culture. Like I felt like the cops, as long as they were taking a piece of it, like while they probably were racist, as long as they were getting money.
And these that's the circle of life.
Yeah,
yeah.
Cops and that's how you keep peace.
What? How? Let people keep their
allowing, because crime is relative to your society, but allowing people to do the things that they're going to do anyway, regardless of whether you sanction it or not. So it's like, let's just let this happen peacefully.
Right.
And you can let it happen peacefully.
And it sounds like it was for a little while.
Yeah.
And then Dutch Schultz was like, I think I want some of these these numbers. This is for me.
The black people don't deserve the money.
Right.
Oh, okay, sure.
Pause.
Hey, everyone. Do you feel your relationship with your family slowly slipping away? Why don't you use Blue Apron? You can cook meals in your own home for your daughter who doesn't look you in the face anymore, and your son who calls you by your first name.
We wish.
We like to make fun of podcast tropes on the show. So we make fun of the way that podcast hosts will get really enthusiastic about the shit they're selling. They're like, these are the best fucking chairs I've ever owned. Guys, they're amazing.
Guys, these chairs.
Oh my God.
Hey, we're just friends here, right? Can I sell you this product fast?
I'm back.
Yeah.
And I feel so much better.
Hey, everybody. Mack Weldon underwear. Do you want some? I don't give a fuck. Go buy it. You can think for yourself. That's MackWeldon.com. Use promo code
Sit Down
Pod to get you free fucking underwear that I don't even care if you buy or not. And we're back. So
picking back up, where are we at?
Well, so she's feuding with Dutch Schultz. Dutch Schultz has deep pockets, and he's pressuring his connections in law enforcement to harass and arrest her numbers runners. So what she does is this was pretty cool. She goes to the newspaper. And she's like, if Lucky Luciano and Albert Anastasia are paying their ICE and no one's bothering them, why are the cops bothering me? She published that in I think the New York Times.
That's what
and
I
then
thought.
Another newspaper.
Or it was the Amsterdam.
The Amsterdam, yeah.
Amsterdam News or something.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. She was really good at using the press to kind of get public opinion on her side, and
that's really smart.
And these are like the beginnings of her activism, because during this time she was educating the
Dutch Schultz was like the Whole Foods of Harlem,
Yeah.
But I will run a numbers game where there's no loud music. That's probably what he said.
Not as entertaining.
It is more, it is more agreeable for everybody. And in addition, she's also taking out ads in particular newspapers outing officers and commanders for taking money and being corrupt.
Yep, getting tons of cops fired,
which is what they fucking deserve.
Yeah.
There's
some good cops out there, Joyelle. Listen, they're not all bad.
Bad apples. Did you watch Chris Rock's special yet?
I didn't. No.
He's like,
but Terra Nova told me about it. He goes, Chris Rock said that the cops got to shoot more white people, but we don't do any of the crimes.
None of them.
Yeah.
No, he had a point. I forget now what it was. Great.
I saw somebody on Twitter was like, Chris Rock wants more white mothers to cry over their dead sons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially is what he said, but
I thought it was pretty funny.
it was very funny.
It was weird, though, with the smoke. I felt distracted at some points, especially in the beginning. There was a lot of smoke surrounding him. Do you remember that?
Yeah. The sound was kind of weird, too, but it was beautifully shot.
But yeah, she publishes an article titled "A Letter to My Race," encouraging people to not let the cops search them on the streets. Joyelle, did you ever have any problems with the cops bothering you for no reason?
You're gonna make a great late night host one
Right.
day.
Just nice little transition.
Yeah.
It's like an up question too. You ever have a problem with that?
Obviously, black women don't have as much as black men, but we all experience more of the like get followed around the store
Yeah.
type of things like that,
Right.
or not get helped or get over helped, where you're just like, oh, you're just making sure I don't steal.
Right.
That sucks because that's the karma.
Can I hold your bag and your coat and your everything else here?
Yeah, would you like me to personally shop with you?
It's like, fuck you. You didn't know that I stole things as a child.
Hello.
Yeah. So now Dutch Schultz retaliates and he hires a guy as muscle, a guy named Bub Hewlett to fight Stephanie St Clair. Now, what they said in this documentary was that Bub Hewlett did originally go to the policy bankers in Harlem, the people who had the money for the numbers, and he was like, you should hire me as muscle because there's a war and you don't know that you're in it yet. But they said no. So then he went and...
Loyalty.
Then he went and worked for Whitey.
That is the American dream.
Yeah, Whitey with the deep pockets.
Hopefully he paid him a lot.
I think he did. But then, so she publishes another article and she goes, she attacks Bub Hewlett for being a coward. And she says, what kind of man will desert a lady in a fight? I'll tell you who will. Me, when Deborah's running her mouth at the Applebee's, okay? That's not my battle. When Deborah's 7 vodka sodas deep and she's like, and don't fucking tell me that I'm not... Right, Mike? I'm like, I can't hear you, honey. I'm drunk. Yeah. Any questions for Joyelle?
No, I want to talk about you and Deb right now, but maybe we could just not move on to that.
Yo, fucking.
Do you have questions for me?
Yeah, but I have them in the things here, but
okay,
later on.
Right.
Yeah.
So excited.
I'm excited about the story because like she's only getting better, you know, like she's like the first woman black boss, basically, and everybody respects the fuck out of her. Yeah, and that's like what makes this an amazing movie, potential movie. With
but
her
even though she's a boss, she's still kind of like an underdog, and I think that's why you root for her. And also, I feel like I wish before I started comedy, somebody was like, don't do it. It's not really for you. No one cares about what you have to say. Because I had to follow Joyelle at a show last night. And like the response that she got when she got off stage compared to what I got is just kind of like, why am I fucking still here after almost 12 years? Because, and it's just a thing that you kind of have to accept. Like, no one cares what you have to say.
You're like a sad kind of funny.
Wow.
You guys just have better stories. I don't know why you're not like a trillionaire by now.
Jeez Louise.
I don't know.
It's a weird
so many emotion, right? Was that a backhand?
It's like Black
that
Panther.
Was a backhanded
Black
comment.
Panther did so well. They're not gonna. Yeah. All right, take that out. But Black Panther did so well. They're never gonna make another white movie again, and they shouldn't because
we've made enough.
Who gives a fuck?
We've made enough.
I wish I was born like 30 years ago. I'd be famous by now. Oh well. Anyway,
could have been another Sinatra.
Can I write? I could. I think I could have been. I'm good looking
you have
enough.
A good voice. That was his main bag.
And I'm just enough of a misogynist where
oh God,
everybody would.
You be crooning.
I've gotten a little better though, right? Over the past couple of years with my.
How long have you guys known each other?
A few years. I just haven't heard anything bad about you recently, so that's good.
Yeah.
All that bad stuff was when I first got here.
Getting better, Mike.
Yeah, well, that was when I, went through that little.
Yeah.
Wasn't that bad.
I mean, I just heard rumors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I cut a woman's head off back in 2012. This is going to be edited.
Like I opened this conversation is just give me the rough cut for my own personal enjoyment.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So now Dutch Schultz was probably, I mean, he probably had autism because
he's a sociopath, that's for sure.
Yeah, but also it's like I don't understand how he didn't get it that like this isn't, you're not going to win, right?
Megalomaniacs are like that.
I guess, yeah. Like, what made him think that he was just going to be... Even if he got rid of her, did he really think he would be, like, welcomed into the community?
Yeah.
Because, you know, she gave back a lot. She contributed to... You know, she gave people money. That was her thing. I don't
He's
think he would have done that.
Bullies don't care.
Yeah.
Right.
Bullies don't care they don't think about stuff like that.
Right. So what he does is he has a guy go to one of her friends and offers her $500 to lure St. Clair to her apartment. So this lady...
Such a small number, too.
Well, back then it was probably...
It was a couple thousand.
20,000 maybe, but that's still small.
Maybe that was maybe like 10 grand. Yeah.
That's very small to be like, go
Your best friend?
kill this super important person.
You'd have
Giving you
me
your job?
killed for 10 grand though.
A different white person.
Thanks.
There's somebody I would have killed for 10 grand for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, so she goes to tell St. Clair, and St. Clair goes to the cops. They don't really care. She goes to a judge. He throws her out of the courtroom, and then she goes and demands to see the mayor. So no limits with this lady. Then now this would literally scare the fucking shit out of me, because I think when you're like a white guy, you sort of live in fear of like a especially a black woman being mad at you. You know, like God forbid I'm in a coffee shop. Yeah, God forbid I'm in a coffee shop and like a black lady's yelling at me. That's like my biggest. I don't know. It's like my biggest fear.
Oh, it's so good to be white. That's your
Yeah,
biggest
okay,
fear.
Joyelle. Yeah, okay. It's good to be white. Let's keep beating that drum over and over again. Yeah, we get it.
If you don't stop giving
Your
examples.
life sucks. Oh, America's me.
My biggest fear. A black lady might yell at me in public.
No, you just live your life so that doesn't happen.
Somebody makes you feel bad about your shoes.
What are those?
If we were in a Barnes and Noble and you started screaming at me, like everybody would be like, "What is your problem? What did you do to that?" Yeah,
Yes,
to me. Yeah,
for
what'd you do to that
sure.
woman? Yeah. Anyway,
So, yeah. Story's getting good. She's going to the mayor.
she goes to the mayor. The mayor doesn't really do anything. So what she does is she gets on a soapbox with a megaphone and starts saying that Dutch Schultz ain't shit.
She's my G, yo. I love her so much.
Imagine if there was a woman of color on a soapbox on a megaphone, be like, Matt Anderson is a fucking bitch.
Oh my God. I would quit it.
How would that not?
Well, I'm not Dutch.
Yeah, how
so
would
I'm
that not run you
psychopath.
out of town?
Right. Go back
I
to
mean,
my
that
Bronx.
just made him angrier for sure.
Sure. But I guess what he didn't realize was there was a support system. If you wanted to kill Stephanie St. Clair, you were going against all of Harlem because they had her back. So now she has there's a guy who's in jail. His name is Bumpy Johnson, and he gets out of jail. And now she's happy because Bumpy is her muscle, basically. So Bumpy gets out of jail. She starts working for him. I guess they knew each other before he went to jail. But
yeah, he was her secret weapon. So when he got out, that's when like the shit started, swinging towards her way.
Yeah.
It's funny that some of these guys, like these mob enforcers, all it takes is like one guy to be like, oh no, everything's, all it takes is like a Brother Mouzone or like I know that's from TV, but
It's
or like
a
a
proper example.
Yeah, or like what's it, Mike Ehrmantraut from Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Just somebody with the fortitude to be an enforcer.
American
A
gangster.
G.
Yeah,
A G.
Bumpy Johnson is a fucking G.
He's a G.
So they start attacking these storefronts for this guy, and they like tip off the cops. It's awesome.
Yeah, Bumpy tells her that we have to go to war. And she's like, that's fine. He's like, well, it's going to take a lot of money. They were spending about $2,000 a week on this war. And she was like, That's all
got
right.
that.
Yeah.
Said got that and more.
You ever been at war?
At war? Not that I can think of, no.
What is a mob war? You just target the leadership and you
And
destroy
you sleep
their
on
property.
mattresses. I know you sleep on mattresses.
That's fun.
On the floor.
That looks great. Just you and a bunch of guys and a row of mattresses on the floor eating big bowls of pasta.
Lots of garlic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so much about, because you're an enthusiast of mob movies. There's so much about
as
it.
all black people are.
Yeah.
They're the best.
They're
Going
great.
up against cops.
I love it. I really do.
What are the good ones, like, about, like, did you like American Gangster?
Yeah, I did. I did like American Gangster.
I want to rewatch that again.
Is there a black movie that's like your Goodfellas? Not Scarface, right?
Paid in Full is my
Paid
favorite.
in Full?
Okay.
That's my favorite hood gangster movie. Wesley Snipes is great in New Jack City.
Mm.
Set It Off. That's the girls.
Okay.
And Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah's a great gangster in that movie.
I got a movie list now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
So Bumpy and his guys, they go to war, and now this gets the attention of
Lucky Luciano.
the head of the commission of the 5 families, and the Genovese family was actually Lucky Luciano. That ended up being Lucky Luciano's family, which we will talk about in the next episode. But so Lucky Luciano is like, this war has to stop, like, you guys got it, because it was hurting. The war went on for 3 years.
That hurts
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
He wanted peace, He's a smart guy.
Right.
Sure.
Because
You're like,
there
I'm
was
trying to-
no need. There was no need for it.
Right.
Yeah.
He fucking with her because she's black and she's a woman.
You're like, I'm trying to get my balls licked by this tranny, and there's gunshots going on downstairs.
Hello.
Sir, you're bothering our customers.
That's so true. That's as simple as it was.
Yeah.
Lucky was like, y'all cut this shit out because motherfuckers ain't going to see the prostitutes.
Can't a man just fuck a horse in peace?
Hello. My clients are upset.
Yeah. So Lucky Luciano is like, this has to stop. But Schultz is like, well, no, this is mine.
And it's not.
No, I want the black neighborhood to be under my control. So this was pretty surprising. Lucky, you want to say what happened?
Yes. Lucky has that motherfucker murdered.
Yeah, has
Mob
it murked.
Murked
Lucky has
out.
that motherfucker
He has it mob style.
iced
hit.
out.
Straight up Godfather in a diner, right?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like a run-of-the-mill mafia
Yes.
style meat and
There
potatoes.
was patrons in there. There was
Yeah.
witnesses.
Yeah,
The gun was tucked up behind the toilet in the back.
they got the box and the chain. thing.
Yes, and they're gonna put it up behind. It's gonna be taped there. I don't want my brother coming out holding his dick.
Who's your favorite Godfather character?
Oh God, Sonny.
Yeah, I think me too. Do you like part 2 better or 1?
I like them as together.
Continue.
The epic I would say, is my favorite. The epic.
Yeah. Because part 1 has Brando and Sonny, but then part 2 has De Niro.
De Niro. Yeah, that's the only Oscar-winning role to be played by 2 different actors.
Sure was, and the only sequel to win Best Picture.
Yeah,
So
we love that movie.
yeah.
It's a good movie.
I just read the book. Well, not just, a couple of years ago.
Have you ever dated like an Italian guy?
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, yeah. The last one I did voted for Trump. Yeah,
Oh,
that was 2 days.
Whoa.
yeah, we do that here and there.
Italian from Long Island.
Yeah, that's another thing that gets like drilled into your head. They're like my parents are very much like, listen, they don't want you with their daughter, so don't date a black girl.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, black people don't.
you
black
don't want.
families don't want your kid to be with another race.
Yeah, your mom doesn't want me coming around. to
My
your
mother
property.
doesn't care, but the collective mothers.
Yeah,
Unless you have money. If you got money, we good.
right.
Yeah. He's of the blah, blah, blahs. Yeah.
I always
Marry
wondered
her.
what would bother my family more, like if I was gay or if I dated someone
A black woman?
Yeah.
Really? You're not sure which one?
Well, I asked my grandmother that, and she goes, Well, if you were gay, it wouldn't be your fault.
Yo, she critically thought about that, son. That's hilarious.
Yo, you have come a long way, Mike.
I'm so proud of you. Conditioning is hard to.
Yeah.
That's hard to kick.
Well, it really is, because it wasn't until I went to college that I realized that, like, oh, it's like bad for them. Because I went to middle school and
them me?
Yeah, people, yeah.
Us.
Because I went to middle school and high school where, like, you know, you just get everybody kind of bullies everybody.
Yeah.
And I think that made me a little racist, but nobody ever explained to me
black
like,
people bullying you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like two black kids tripped me in the hallway when I was in like 6th grade. These two 8th graders.
Yeah.
And I think that was my racist origin story. I was like, these
You're
fucking
Wolverine.
Yeah. I'm like, all they do is knock you over in the hallway in front of all the girls.
Stephanie St Clair got raped, so you know.
Yeah.
Hero origin stories.
Potato.
Right. And then she became rich, and I have $500. Anyway.
My favorite part about her killing this guy is that as he was dying on his deathbed, she sent him a telegram. Well, the documentary said she went there, but Wikipedia said she sent him a telegram. I mean, you decide. But it was just like this whole last laugh message. Like,
What did she send him?
Ye reaps what ye sows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is and karma. Because you ain't have to come in here fucking with me. I'm minding my business in Harlem.
Trying to make a living.
You got the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
We all eating.
Yeah, let's all eat.
Why can't I eat? And that's the problem.
Yeah.
It's like, why can't I eat in order for you to eat? You're eating.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Well, I think when you're white, you know,
it's hard.
You just get bored.
Exactly.
You're like, I have everything, but what if, you know, you can always have more stuff.
Yeah. So take more stuff.
I feel like,
and it's kind of in the Bible that you're allowed to. I don't know.
Sure. I was going to say, I felt like after this guy dies, that would be like the end of the movie, right?
And it is not.
Right. I mean, like, because her and Bumpy kind of start butting heads at this point.
As gangsters would.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, she's mad that he leaves and it doesn't work for her anymore. But Lucky Luciano kind of made Bumpy Johnson the de facto boss of Harlem. So he kind of had his position, and she was kind of sore that she wasn't.
If she was a man, that wouldn't have gone down like that.
If she was a man.
Yeah.
For sure.
If she was a man, she wouldn't be sore.
No, she would be in charge.
Yeah,
Bumpy would be the muscle still.
Yeah.
But this was like an opportunity for Bumpy to leapfrog her.
I didn't even notice that. You picked up on that. It's like a sexist thing.
That's like in my notes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Lucky Luciano wasn't like, well, who deserves the power?
Exactly.
Let's see.
This dude with the dick over here.
Yeah. Well, okay, let's give it to is there a man around that I can put in charge?
Who wants to listen to a woman talk?
Right. Joyelle, thank you for waking me up to I just thought I thought she was like ready to retire or something. That's why he did it. Yeah, all right, fine. All right, we get it. It's hard for you. So what
But I mean she chose the right path though in stepping down and living a good life, you know. A lot of these people
pick your battles.
Right.
She had just won a major battle, so it's like, you know what? Y'all ain't shit. Let me take my chips.
Yeah.
Which is what I don't understand about criminals. That's that gambling shit.
What?
That once you are making so much money, that was the Breaking Bad thing. We have so much money that is in a storage locker.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you still doing this?
Yeah.
Like, I'm the person, chips, we stacked chips. Let's get them off the table.
Mm-hmm.
But
why put them all in? No. We're still alive. We could go. Pablo Escobar had that opportunity.
Yeah.
He could have fucking gone and lived his life in luxury.
But if you make that much money, it's like, well, then what do I do with my life now?
You
it's
fucking
like
go spend that shit.
Yeah, well, she starts.
But that chase is over. If you had enough money, you would probably keep doing stand up. Like you would still keep chasing those new bits. No, you wouldn't. All right.
If you gave me enough money right now to stop doing stand up, I would stop.
You would stop.
I like.
It's too hard.
It is. Yeah.
It's too stressful.
I know. Matt will always ask me for tips about like how to get better at stand up. I'm like, you're fucking 32. Just produce the show. Work the computers. It's like, what are you doing, Matt?
Dude, earlier today, I confessed I'm like, I think I'm a better producer than I am a comedian. He's just like, maybe.
We all have our strengths.
It's not like he's hitting comedy that hard. He's like, you know, getting pegged by his girlfriend. his alpha girlfriend.
I'm a weekend warrior.
He's a weekend warrior.
My film degree. I have a film degree. I work at Time Inc. So I have a good job. I make a lot of money. So
Good.
well,
I mean, you ain't have to whip your dick out, but
yeah, right.
damn,
you have to
I make a lot of money.
No, the thing is, like, if we're gonna talk about being a shitty comedian, I better have something else going for me, right?
For sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But that's what makes shitty comedians. You don't have nothing to risk.
yeah,
You ain't hungry.
yeah.
Yeah. What you have to do, break up with Shelby, sell all your stuff,
Go walk
gamble all
dogs.
your money. Yeah. And start from the bottom.
That's what's funny. Being secure ain't funny.
Right.
You got health care? Fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah. It's good when everything's kind of on fire around you. Yeah.
That's where you're funny.
I don't have
Right.
health care.
Getting
It's
raped.
not-
I bet you Stephanie St Clair was hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. They said she was very feisty. She would throw down with guys.
She
Good for
had
her.
to be hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, so she left, and I was going to say, like, if you did get a bunch of money, what she did was pretty admirable. She started being an activist. You know, like, I feel like a lot of us might try to dismantle the system.
Yeah.
That's-
Here's a question I
sounded
have for
good.
you. Do you feel like with this industry that we're in, they do push a lot of diversity, but sometimes it's like diversity on their terms. So do you feel like you're accepted in that way, or do you sometimes feel like you're like too black?
Oh, I'm not too black at all.
No.
Well,
What a question.
right. That was an interesting question. Like, for example, I went out for Gaffigan's pilot,
Yeah.
and the role was like black girl number 1.
Mm.
And the line was, "Excuse me."
Uh-huh.
And then at the audition, I saw Yamanika, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not getting this."
Yeah. Did she get it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I was like, "I'm not gonna out black Yamanika." Like, I'm more,
Yeah.
I'm way more of just I'd be the nerd.
But she's
in
someone who should probably be farther along, but it's too,
you know, and you never know what it's for.
Yeah.
But the problem with being a black woman is we have to always be like, is it because I'm black? Is it because I'm a woman? Is it because this person's
Yeah,
an
yeah, yeah.
asshole?
It's real hard.
We always
Anyway.
have to do the mental Olympics. But yeah, so it's like, I
Yeah,
get.
yeah, yeah.
All right. So,
Come on,
did he
Mike.
ask me a question?
Yeah, boohoo, Joyelle. So anyway,
We gonna fight.
somebody's calling me.
Oh, where is it? Good, then I'll pee.
Hey, everybody, doing a live read for the show. Do you need some balls? Do you need help standing up for yourself? Call Shelby Taylor, Matt's girlfriend. She'll really teach you how to be a man and ask for what you want. Shelby offers hour consulting by the hour on how to better yourself and how to go for
Dude.
what you want, because because it works for her boyfriend and it could work for you. Call Shelby at let's see, what's her number? 225.
Jesus Christ. Don't get our. No. Wrap up the ad.
That's all right. Shelby Taylor at gmail.com. Is that her email
I
address?
don't know.
Well, somebody's going to get
Dude, that's an easy Patreon. Is you doing ads?
for 30 minutes.
Not for 30 minutes, but like. just
Matt's
to
not
make-
allowed to make creative decisions for the show, I've decided.
I believe that.
We're doing premium episodes because we have some people like, supporting us. So he's like, what are we going to do? And I'm like, he's like, we should do a thing where you compare seltzer waters.
Fuck you.
You should review.
You know I didn't say that.
You should review
I
sausages.
can tell he's going off the dome
Anyway,
I did
by
say
how
pizza.
slow the words
though.
come out. Huh?
I did say pizza though. You should review pizza.
Pizza?
It's just wheelhouse, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Yeah.
Alexis does enough of that.
is
for
that an
everyone.
audio thing though?
What?
Pizza reviews.
That's a good
Are
question.
people going to want to listen
Probably
to
like
that?
a YouTube.
I think people
video.
love pizza.
Yeah. So after the war with
Dutchy.
Dutchy is
bitchy.
over, she falls in love. She meets a guy
Oh,
named
no.
Sufi Abdul Hamid. He's an outspoken race reformer. He's very into energizing black Americans against the stores where they're allowed to spend their money, but they're not hired. And who he blamed for this was the Jews. Yeah, he called the Jews. He hated Jews so much that they called them Black Hitler. So
Real creative people.
that is, I guess, that is the other side of the coin to being a black activist. Is you gotta curb the Jew hating. Although
anyone hating. I think you should curb the anyone hating if you're going to be an activist. But it's hard sometimes
to not hate the Jews.
to not hate somebody.
Yeah.
Everybody hates somebody.
Yeah. Wikipedia said this guy was the leader of an Islamic Buddhist cult.
Yeah, because they say that about I think like Farrakhan and all those guys.
Yeah.
Supposedly hate Jews.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a black Israelite. Do you ever watch videos of like black Israelites like arguing with people on the street?
Oh yeah.
And
I know
guys
all
would be
about
like-
them.
Yeah, guys are like, "Oh, have you even read the Bible, sir?" It's like some guy from the Midwest being like, "What are you saying?" And then like, I saw one. This white woman like has like tears in her eyes. She's like, "Were you saying you hate me because I'm white?" And the guy's like, "No, devil, I don't hate you because you're white. I hate you because." He's like, she's like crying. It's like,
No
just
devil.
just leave him alone.
He probably lived on that for weeks.
He goes, "Have you read the Bible?" He's like, "Yes, devil, I have. Have you?" Yeah.
Y cuenzocha.
Imagine being the kind of person that gets mad at the black Israelites. Anyway,
She falls in love.
Joyelle, I hope I kissed your ass enough on this episode.
Is that what this is?
I hope I apologized
Is this
enough.
your Black History Month?
Yeah, kind
This
of.
is my reparation.
We wanted somebody all week, but we couldn't. Not that we don't want you. All right,
God
edit
damn
this
it,
out.
Mike.
Please.
This is a
And towards the end, there's more edits. I'll tell you that much.
Well, see, usually we have white people on so we can just kind of let the racism fly, and now I feel like I'm worried that I'm gonna.
Slip.
Yeah, I'm worried I'm gonna slip.
Please slip. Please slip.
Yes.
You know what? If I did, that would just drive more listeners to the show, I think.
Oh, for sure. You get your whole Trump.
Yeah.
You should chew them out anyway.
Anyway, one thing I've noticed over the past few years is that you can still be an ally and be funny. Right, everyone?
So she falls in love.
So she falls
Thank you.
she falls in love with this guy. She falls in love with Black Hitler.
Black Hitler.
And
But Black Hitler has a mistress.
yeah.
As you do.
Yeah. She
Madame
was,
Fufu Tom.
Yeah, she was a Asian lady, black fortune teller. You know, she read the cards and
Asian lady black?
That's what it says.
Asian in black?
like black fortune. I don't know if that's a
Oh.
term.
I was like, Asian lady black.
Yeah.
No.
But side piece is just like a thing that you guys do, right?
Who is you guys?
You people.
Black people do
Yeah.
side? Italians don't, nigga?
No, we do, but that's part of your culture as well.
That's part of men.
Yeah.
That's men, period. You
There's
guys-
some people that don't do it. I don't think Matt would ever cheat on Shelby.
But the Germans would.
Do they?
German men,
Yeah,
I assume.
Germans cheat
And
on their
bitches.
wives by like building bombs and
Starting camps.
yeah, like shitting on like a young girl.
Jesus.
starting
Yeah.
internet sites.
Men have mistresses, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So it's not exclusive
But
to.
it sucks too because they were friends, the two women. You know, she borrowed money from.
I know plenty of
Stephanie St
men
Clair.
who've done that.
Yeah.
Knocked up friends.
Ladies, your man is fucking a Chinese seer.
An Asian black lady.
What you WID. But what did she do? She shot her husband.
Yes.
Yeah. The
Shoots her
documentary
husband.
was so mean. They shot 3 times. He hit him once. It's like,
I know, they're
fuck
so rude.
you.
They could have left that part out. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like, she grazed him. Calm
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
One time, Deborah got so mad at me, she poured pasta sauce into my shoes.
Wow.
Yeah, she
That's
like
calculated.
drove. Yeah, she drove like 9 miles to my house. We weren't living together at the time, and I come out and there's just pasta sauce all over my
Send a message.
What did you do?
nothing.
right.
She
Was it your sauce?
she was over. No, I would have left her. I could smell oregano, so I knew it wasn't mine. I would never put oregano in my sauce. Anyway, I will be selling tomato sauce pretty soon, everybody. So anyway, she gets sentenced to prison right after she shoots her husband.
Yep. She gets sentenced to 10 years. She serves 2.
She serves 2. Good for her.
Yeah.
This lady, all she did was win.
No, she got raped. What are you?
Oh yeah, she got raped, but after the rapes,
Dude, her husband cheated
And
on
then
her.
people,
Joyelle, after the
her
rape,
husband
she did
cheated
pretty
on
well.
her. She got choked out. A white man tried to kill her for no reason. For no reason.
Yes. Well, no, there was a reason. There was a very lucrative market there.
Bad reason. How about
Bad reason.
Okay.
everybody's eating?
He ain't trying to kill Lucky.
But if you take the rapes out, this lady had a great life.
God damn
all
it.
she does
I really
is win. 2 years in prison.
Out of a 10-year sentence.
Yeah, that's a win, but like that was funny how you said all.
Joyelle's never happy.
True. Black woman.
Yeah, I wouldn't be happy.
We angry.
I do really like hanging out with you because you consistently challenge everything that I think.
I love that.
And it's good.
You don't
It's
want
very
to surround,
healthy. We have a very healthy relationship.
You don't want
Mike.
to surround yourself with yes men or women. You
No.
know,
No.
the material suffers.
Right.
Yeah.
Behind every man, there's a Joyelle Johnson being like, you ain't shit, you fucking punk-ass white boy.
It's my life's blood.
Yeah. They also said, now they didn't get into this in the documentary, but they said she was also like a master manipulator.
Of course. She's a sociopath.
Yeah.
Good at her job.
Yeah. You have to be a kingpin, queen, whatever.
Yeah. And I think girls are
That
very
works.
good at that kind of like psychological warfare,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I think we're definitely better at that. You guys are just more ruthless. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's more
So it's
natural
kinda
for a
not
man
fair.
to be a criminal.
Yeah.
So it's kind of not fair that we can't hit you because
I'm sorry, what?
you fight better mentally,
Huh?
and you take away the power that we have.
And all you can do is strike. Got it.
Yeah.
Understand? Actually, that actually does make sense.
I don't even argue with Deborah anymore. I just go along with whatever the.
Yeah, and you wish
The
you could
thing is-
fight. You don't fight.
No,
You hit the wall.
You don't fight.
I don't fight.
I
I don't
like using
really.
punch.
I don't really waste the energy to argue with her because it's
Yeah, arguing
It's
period
tough.
is wasted energy.
yeah.
All
I should
time.
be dating like a 23-year-old.
Gross.
Who
All
I can
right.
just who I can be like, listen, so I can Patrice, that I could be like, you goofy bitch.
You goofy ass bitch.
So then the circumstances of her death are not that clear. After she gets out of prison, she just kind of walks
Drifts away.
Yeah.
So
Maybe that's a lady thing too. It's like you guys know when to quit.
we sure do.
Yeah.
Definitely more to you guys. For
I think
sure.
women are like smarter than men, to be honest.
We definitely know when to exit stage left.
Yeah.
The Wikipedia said something that the doc didn't. It said that now this is like kind of like maybe this is just lip service to make us feel better, but it says that Bumpy Johnson came back to live with her around the end of their lives to study and write poetry together at the age of 82-ish. Like we don't
Were
know.
they both in their 80s?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Or he might have been a little bit younger, but they died around the same time.
Wow. That's beautiful.
I hope it's true.
I got to figure out what part of that I want to write a movie about.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Just the random old people just living together.
not the
And
French
then you
part.
you have flashbacks to their. Actually, that's a funny concept of flashing back to their former times of being the craziest thugs, but now they just write poetry.
Yeah. Right.
Like what the fuck?
Yo, that's good.
And it doesn't seem like there was any crazy like malevolence or any kind of big power struggle with these guys. I mean, maybe there was, but it does sort of seem like it was a very sort of tight-knit community.
Yeah.
I think maybe just in general, like when it comes to power like that, women might be better at yielding it because we're kinder. We're kinder.
Right.
We
Yeah.
have kinder hearts.
You lead. You're more of like a you lead for the good of everybody.
Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
You're like Abraham Lincoln, that queer.
Queer.
All right.
Queer.
I mean, do you have anything else to add to the story?
I think that's it. It's just that we don't really know what happened to her after she.
So she definitely didn't get shot and
Yeah.
like left for
Yeah.
dead somewhere. So that's awesome.
Yeah, she knew when to fold.
She just kind of disappeared. I love her.
Stephanie St Clair, American hero.
Yeah. What were some of her nicknames real fast?
Madam, what was it?
Lady something?
Lady Gangster.
Lady.
They kept saying it. And I was like, are these guys
Ice-T
being
narrated
assholes?
the documentary.
I couldn't put my finger on it right away. I was like, why do I feel like I'm in a lawn? Wait, he's from NCIS or something?
What?
Ice-T. What does he play on?
Oh, Law and Order?
Yeah.
SVU.
SVU.
SVU. Right.
Yeah.
I was like, I know this guy's voice.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Joyelle told me that one time Patrice O'Neill called her up on Valentine's Day and told her why she didn't have a man, and then he hung up on her.
Oh
After
my
yelling at me
God.
for an hour.
Yeah.
great day.
Anyway, well, thanks so much for joining us. This was a lot of fun.
You didn't have questions? I thought you had questions for
Oh,
me.
all right. No, I think I got them out.
Okay.
Here's
Do you have
one.
anything to say to us?
How come you never stop complaining?
Because I earned it. That's our reparation.
Why are your people never happy?
Jesus Christ.
That's funny.
Oh,
The notes we've got is that Matt has to stop saying Jesus Christ every time I say something problematic.
I mean, that should just be the
He's supposed
theme.
He's supposed to go down with the ship.
I'm the likable one that they can
The
latch
captain
on
goes
to.
down with
Likable
the ship.
Yeah.
He
If
ain't
they
the
don't agree with something you
Right,
say,
he's just hired help.
they can latch on to me.
Hired help escapes
Yeah.
the sinking ship. You are the captain.
Do you have anything to say to us? Like, wow.
Yeah, like how can we be like better? How can we
That's
be
not
like
what I meant.
better white people? Like how can we like be allies in like the fight for like equality?
That voice.
Because like I mean I live in Bed-Stuy, but like I'm pretty cool with like my neighbors, and like I don't like bother anybody, and I try to support like
This is terrifying.
like the businesses of color.
I appreciate that a lot.
Like how else can we like support you?
Give me money. That's all I say.
I'll give you
Just
some
give
money.
me money.
What's Joya? Or we usually give out our Venmo, but how about this for Black History Month? What's your Venmo, Joyelle?
Joyelle Johnson, I believe.
Yeah.
How do we spell that?
If you felt any level of guilt, you have to.
Joyelle Johnson. We're going to make sure about that. That's going to be in the show notes, guys. Venmo
Guys, Joyelle's
yes, Joyelle Johnson.
black. She's a woman. She's been through a lot.
Send
Instead
$5.
of, how about this? In honor of Black History Month, yeah, send it to her. I'm sure she won't spend it wisely, but that's okay.
Oh my God.
Send me $5.
Oh my God. I can't believe Mike said that. Oh.
Jordan did that for his birthday, and
What?
he got money. Venmo.
Yeah, so don't donate to us, okay? See, we usually ask our listeners for money. Give it to Joyelle/Johnson. Send her $1.
Yes, hyphen, not slash.
And tell her what you want her to do with it in the notes.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I said $5.
Oh, I love it.
Please.
They're either going to really like this episode or not like it, but that's okay.
I'm on it. They're going to love it.
Give her money and then maybe she'll shut up.
Not a chance.
Oh boy. Ooh, this is really problematic.
Right, Matt?
That's right, Mike.
Anyway, you want to plug anything? This will come out in 2
28th.
weeks. So yeah, the 20th of February.
Last day of the month.
Thank God we got that in, huh?
You just Joyelle Nicole on all social media. Follow me.
Joyelle Nicole on all social media, and let's see, the 28th. I'll be doing a run of shows in Cincinnati. I'll be in Cincinnati, Cleveland, and Detroit the second week of March. If you guys want to come out, I'll be at what the fuck is the name of that cocksucking venue? Matt, you go.
Sit Down Pod for all this podcast stuff. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Oh yeah, send us an email.
Gmail.
Sitdownpod@gmail.com. We read every email.
Yep. We have a Patreon starting in March.
Support us on Patreon if you want. That's at Joyelle Johnson. We're gonna divert all our funds to you until
Johnson.
she fucking shuts up.
Reparations.
Yeah, there
Let's
you
make
go.
it right.
Yeah, and I can't find the name of this goddamn brewery I'll be at, but I'll be at a brewery in
Check
Cincinnati.
your Twitter. Yeah, follow you. You
Follow
guys
me on Twitter at
yeah.
Mike Recine at SitDownPod.
Cool.
That's it. God bless everybody.
All right,
Happy Black
Happy
History
Black
Month.
History Month.
Happy Black History Month.
Bye bye.
My life is filled with gloom.
All this woman does is
after
win.
day, I stay locked up in my room. I know to you.